There is a version of you right now sitting somewhere in the future looking back at this exact moment, and they are begging you to listen, not to feel good, not to feel inspired for 20 minutes and then forget. They are begging you to actually hear this because they know what happens if you don't. They know the years that get wasted. They know the apologies that come too late. They know the mirror you'll avoid because you can't stand what looking into it will cost you. That future version of you is not here to comfort you today. They are here to warn you. So before you scroll away, before you tell yourself you'll come back to this later, understand one thing: later is where dreams go to die quietly, without a funeral, without anyone noticing they're gone. So stay, just for the next few minutes, because what you're about to hear was never taught in school, never taught by people who loved you too much to be honest with you, and never taught by a world that profits from your comfort. This is the truth, and the truth is brutal. Nobody sat you down as a child and said the world does not owe you anything. Nobody told you that effort alone is not enough, that being a good person does not guarantee a good life, that fairness is a story we tell children to help them sleep at night. Nobody told you that your feelings, while valid, are not facts, and that the moment you start treating every emotion as truth is the moment you start making decisions that wreck your future. These are not comfortable words, but comfort has never built anything. Comfort has never won a war, closed a deal, saved a marriage, or built an empire. Discomfort has, truth has, and that is exactly what the next 12 lessons are built from. Lesson 1, nobody is coming to save you. Not your parents, not your partner, not the government, not a mentor, not luck. You can wait for a rescue that never comes, or you can become the person who rescues themselves. This is not cruelty. This is freedom, if you choose to see it that way. Because the moment you stop waiting for someone else to fix your life is the moment you finally pick up the tools yourself. Most people spend decades waiting for permission, waiting for the right conditions, waiting for someone to notice them and hand them an opportunity. That day rarely comes, and even when it does, it comes to the people who were already moving, already building, already refusing to stay still. Stop waiting for a hero. You are the only one who is guaranteed to show up for your own life every single day. Act like it. Lesson 2, your comfort zone is a slow death. It does not feel like death. It feels like safety. It feels like the warm blanket on a cold morning that convinces you 5 more minutes will not hurt. But comfort zones do not protect your life. They shrink it. Every year you stay in the same place, doing the same things, afraid of the same risks, is a year you trade for the illusion of security. And one day, usually far later than you expect, you wake up and realize the very thing that felt safe was actually a cage built brick by brick from your own hesitation. Growth demands discomfort. Every version of you that you admire, the stronger, wealthier, wiser, more confident version, exists on the other side of something that scares you right now. There is no shortcut around that fear. There is only through. Lesson 3, most people will not want you to change. This one hurts because it involves the people you love. When you start growing, some of your closest relationships will feel the friction first. Not because those people are evil, but because your growth holds up a mirror to their stagnation, and most people are not ready to look at that mirror. They will call your ambition arrogance. They will call your boundaries coldness. They will call your discipline obsession. This does not mean you abandon the people who love you. It means you understand that growth is often a lonely road in the beginning, and you have to decide whether you value their comfort with the old you more than your future. The people who truly love you will catch up, or they will step aside gracefully. Either way, you keep moving. Lesson 4, discipline will always outlast motivation. Motivation is a spark. It is loud, it is exciting, and it disappears the moment life gets difficult, which is always. Discipline is the quiet decision to keep showing up when the spark is gone, when nobody is clapping, when the results are invisible and the only thing you have is your word to yourself. The people who succeed are rarely the most motivated people in the room. They are the most disciplined. They built a system so strong that it does not require them to feel inspired every single day. If you are waiting to feel motivated before you take action, you have already lost. Build the habit. Let the discipline carry you on the days the motivation refuses to show up, because those days will be most of your days. Lesson 5. Being liked and being respected are not the same thing. You can spend your entire life trying to be liked by everyone, softening your opinions, shrinking your presence, apologizing for taking up space, and still end up disrespected, walked over, and forgotten the moment you stop being useful. Or you can stand on your values, say the difficult things, set the firm boundaries, and lose the approval of people who were never going to respect you anyway. Respect is earned through consistency, integrity, and the willingness to disappoint people in the short term for the sake of what is right in the long term. Chasing likability is chasing a moving target that will cost you your identity. Choose respect. It is heavier to carry, but it does not disappear the moment the wind changes. Lesson 6. Your 20s, 30s, and beyond are not for finding yourself. They are for building yourself. Nobody finds themselves sitting around waiting for clarity to strike like lightning. Clarity comes from action. It comes from trying things, failing at them, adjusting, and trying again. The people who are waiting for a sign, a spiritual awakening, or the perfect plan before they start are the same people who will be waiting a decade from now, still unsure, still stuck, still watching others move forward while they stand still analyzing every possible option. You are not a finished sculpture waiting to be uncovered. You are wet clay, and every decision you make right now is shaping who you become. Stop searching for the self you already are. Start building the self you want to be. Lesson 7. Pain is not optional, but suffering is a choice you make afterward. Life will hurt you. It will hurt you through loss, through betrayal, through failure, through humiliation, through heartbreak that feels like it will never end. This is not negotiable. Pain is the toll every human pays simply for being alive. But suffering, the prolonged story you tell yourself about that pain, the identity you build around your wounds, the excuse you use to stay stuck, that part is optional. Two people can experience the exact same tragedy and walk two entirely different paths. One collapses into it and never leaves. The other grieves, adapts, and eventually turns that pain into fuel. The event does not define your future. Your response to the event does. Lesson 8. Time does not care about your excuses. You can tell yourself you'll start Monday. You can tell yourself next year will be different. You can tell yourself you're just in a season, and the real work will begin once things settle down. Meanwhile, time keeps moving with a complete and total indifference to your comfort. It does not pause for grief. It does not wait for permission. It does not slow down because you are not ready. Every single day you delay because the conditions are not perfect is a day you will never get back, spent waiting for a moment that was never guaranteed to arrive. The people who win are not the ones who had perfect timing. They are the ones who decided their timing was good enough and moved anyway. Lesson 9. Your environment is either building you or breaking you. There is no neutral. The people you surround yourself with, the content you consume, the conversations you have on repeat, all of it is either pulling you toward the life you want or quietly dragging you away from it. There is no such thing as a neutral environment. If the 5 people closest to you are complacent, cynical, and afraid to dream big, some of that will rub off on you no matter how strong you think your mindset is. And if the content you consume daily is designed to keep you scrolling, comparing, and distracted, it is shaping your standards whether you notice it or not. You do not rise to the level of your goals. You fall to the level of your environment. So build an environment worthy of the person you are trying to become even if that means walking away from comfortable relationships and familiar habits. Lesson 10. Confidence is not the absence of fear. It is action taken in spite of it. Somewhere along the way, people started believing confidence was a feeling you had to earn before you could act. That is backwards. Confidence is built in the exact moment you do the thing that scares you while your hands are still shaking. It is built after the difficult conversation you almost avoided. It is built after the failure you survived. It is built after the rejection that did not destroy you the way you thought it would. You do not think your way into confidence. You act your way into it. Every person you admire for their unshakable presence built that presence one terrifying action at a time. There is no other way through. Lesson 11. Nobody remembers the plan you almost executed. The world does not reward intentions. It does not care about the business you almost started, the book you almost wrote, the apology you almost gave, the relationship you almost fought for. Almost does not exist in the history of your life. Either you did the thing or you did not. There is no partial credit for good intentions that never left your head. This is uncomfortable because most people are living entire imagined lives inside their own minds, versions of themselves that took the risk, that had the courage, that built the thing, while their actual life stays exactly the same. Close the gap between who you imagine yourself to be and who you actually are through your daily actions, or that gap will become the loudest regret of your life. Lesson 12. One day it will be too late, and that day is closer than you think. This is the most brutal lesson of all, and it is the one people avoid the most. You are not guaranteed tomorrow. You are not guaranteed the health you have today, the people you love today, the opportunities available to you today. Every single day you postpone the life you actually want is a day quietly stolen from a future that is not promised to you. This is not meant to scare you into paralysis. It is meant to wake you up. Most people live as though they have unlimited time, and they organize their lives accordingly. Slow, cautious, endlessly postponing. Then life reminds them, often violently and without warning, that time was never unlimited to begin with. Do not wait for that reminder to start living with urgency. Start now while you still have the choice. These 12 lessons will not make you comfortable. They were never meant to. Comfort was never the goal. The goal was truth, the kind of truth that reshapes how you spend the rest of your life. You can close this video and go back to the version of your life that feels safe and familiar, or you can let these words be the line in the sand. The moment you stop waiting for someone to save you, stop chasing approval instead of respect, stop mistaking motion for progress, and started building the life that your future self is desperately hoping you choose. Nobody is coming to hand you your future. You have to walk into it, scared, unqualified, uncertain, and you have to do it anyway. That is the whole secret. There was never a trick, never a shortcut, never a hidden formula reserved for the lucky few. There was only ever the decision to keep showing up when it would have been easier to quit. So decide right now, in this moment, that you are done waiting for permission. Decide that discomfort is the price of admission for the life you actually want. Decide that the people who cannot handle your growth were never meant to walk your entire journey with you. Decide that today, not Monday, not next year, not when things settle down, today is the day you start becoming the person your future depends on. The world will not remember your excuses. It will not remember how hard things were for you, how unfair your circumstances felt, how many people doubted you along the way. It will only remember what you did despite all of that. So go build something undeniable. Go become someone your younger self would be proud of and your future self will thank you for. Nobody is teaching you these lessons because nobody can force you to learn them. You have to choose them. Choose them now while you still have the time to make them count.